Hi everybody, I'm High Priestess Autumn Phoenix. Be sure to follow me on my social media platforms at Facebook Magically Blessed, on Twitter at Priestess Autumn, on Instagram Autumn_Phoenix1, on YouTube at Autumn Phoenix, and here on Periscope at Autumn Phoenix. Now, if you have been following me for any length of time, you know that I am very active on social media. I have helped millions of people around the world live a more magically life and thus a more fulfilled life. A life beyond what they could have ever imagined from the life they previously had to a life of substance, a life of having control over your own life. And there is a benefit from practicing witchcraft on social media. Social media is not all tits and booty. There's more to it. There are literally hundreds of witch platforms with thousands and sometimes millions of followers. But you can benefit magically from social media, and every single witch or anybody considering being a witch should take into consideration. And I have 8 benefits of magic on social media. The first benefit: social media can be magical. It can be. If you approach it with a witch mindset and intuitive discernment, you will be able to harness its limitless power to elevate your witchcraft. The first thing you want to do is you have to get clear on what you want. Get clear on what you want. What makes social media so powerful is that we are not usually looking up celebrities or public figures. We are seeing the accomplishments of our friends, our family members, and people that we grew up with. People who are, on the same level as us, people that we can relate to in some way. We have emotional connections to these people. So, looking at their lives brings up emotions within ourselves. Those emotions are what can stir us towards the things that we want. So if you are following a friend or a family member that just made the announcement that they're going on vacation, and you feel like you need a vacation too, watching their vacation photos and watching their vacation videos will give you the encouragement to put yourself in a position where you too can go on a vacation. Even your dream vacation. For me, my dream vacation would be going to Egypt to see the pyramids. I always wanted to go to Egypt. I'm determined to get there someday. I'm going to get there. I have to go there. I feel like that place is so spiritual, so magical, ancient, and I feel like it's calling me, and I have to get there. Number 2, big goals are possible with the power of social media if you happen to be a witch. When you are doing a spell or a ritual, it is important to not only, get clear about what you are trying to manifest, but it's also important that you believe that the thing that you want is possible for you. Social media can help with this. If you find yourself pursuing a big goal, you will likely be able to find someone on social media who has achieved that goal. With a few clicks, you can get an inside look at what his or her life is like. And that too will encourage you to go after your own desires, to bring your own desires into this reality. Remember that the next time you are sitting down to perform a spell, a ritual, a hex, a curse, the thing that you want is achievable. It happened for that person that you follow, and it will likely happen for other people. It might as well happen for you too. There's no reason why it can't. If one person achieves something that you want to also achieve, you can achieve it by doing a spell to increase your chances, and also by doing your parts. Witchcraft is not what you see in the movies and TV. You have to actually do your part. So if you want that dream job, you know what? You actually have to go for the interview. You actually have to present possibly a resume. You can't wait around after you do a spell and just expect it to happen. That's not how witchcraft works. And that's a big reason why your spells fail, because you're not doing your part. Witchcraft is not going to do everything for you. And those witches who say, oh, you can just pay me to do this spell and everything will be all right, they're lying to you. And they're calling you out of money, because spell work is very expensive. Me personally, I charge between $300 and $500 for a spell, because I do good work. That's why my prices are so high, because I do good work. And some witches charge $10,000, $30,000. They charge what they feel that they are worth, or they charge what they want to charge. But I'm personally am not paying $30,000 for a spell. But I've known people who've done that, and that spell does not always manifest the way that they want it to, or even sometimes in the worst case scenario, the time frame that they want it to. The third way is connecting with other witches. Social media can offer support and information to solitary witches or new witches or witches that might be interested in joining a coven. There are there are millions of witchy pages all over the web. If you are particularly drawn to the content of Pacific witches, you can follow them on social media to learn about the Pacific spells they use and the kind of magic that they do. Give their spells a try out their spells, or you can also modify them to fit your own situation. The sort of interactive social media mentoring that you can, receive by following and commenting on the profiles of other witches is reminiscent of how witches learn in the old days through apprenticeships, yeah, I said it right, passing information from one witch to another. Number 4, you can perform spells with other witches in real time. You can perform spells with witches in real time. If you choose to become part of a witch group or a coven like I do on social media, you can coordinate spells together. You can do that. Social media live broadcasts offer convenient ways to perform magic in real time. Thanks to social media, witches can simply open up their electronic device to participate in witchcraft with their fellow witches. The 5th thing, finding spells for your own craft. There are witches on social media who post pictures and instructions for their own spells. This makes finding spells easy. All you have to do is search for what you want. Number 6, digital book of shadows or digital grimoires. Social media makes it easy for you to collect and organize your spells, hexes, and curses and rituals. Right there on your social media platforms. Right now on Instagram, you can just save a post. And the person's post that you save will never know that you saved it. It's kept secret, it's kept private. Platforms like Pinterest allows you to create boards for the pens that you find. Instagram, like I said, allows you to save posts now. Social media, book of shadows or grimoires are also ridiculously easy to add or change at the tap of your finger. Saving spells, deleting spells that you no longer need, and you don't have to sort through any papers. Let me tell you very quickly what's the difference between a book of shadows and a grimoire. A grimoire is where you store information about herbs and essential oils. A book of shadows, which is known as a spell work, is where you store information about spells, ritual, hexes, anything to do with the phases of the moon, anything to do with what you learn in the craft. So they're not the same thing. I just really want to get that out there because some people are confused about what a book of shadows and a grimoire are, but they are not the same though. Number 7, you can cast spells with emojis. That's a brand new thing now. You can cast spells with emojis. You can use an emoji that you associate with magic, like the crystal ball, the unicorn, or that twinkly star emoji to bracket your spell. Then you place a series of emojis inside the brackets that communicate the specifics of your spell. Like magic, emojis are meant to be used intuitively. Go with what feels right, and do not be afraid to experiment with this form of modern magical symbolism. You can post these emoji spells on your social media profiles or platforms to send them out into the universe, or you can send them to yourself through the direct message feature on Twitter or Instagram and whatever platform that you might be on. Number 8, and the last one, you can start a witch movement. And if you follow me on social media, I talk a lot about political things and things happening in the world, and a lot of things that happen among us witches. So number 8 is you can start a witch movement. With social media, any witch can start a movement with the right hashtag. Right hashtag makes a big difference. If you see something unjust happening in the magical community or in the world in general, you want to start, a hashtag with a call to action. Give your fellow witches a spell or a intention they can use to further your cause. You never know. You never know what miracles can come from a single witch who decides to create a movement. You just never know. Anything can come out of it. Social media and witchcraft are two things that have quickly evolved in the last decade. Some witches believe social media is actually one of the driving forces behind the recent growth of modern day witchcraft. Magical information is not only widely available, but is also becoming more acceptable and mainstream. So let me tell you again where you can find me on social media. Find me on Facebook at Magically Blessed. Find me on Instagram at autumn_Phoenix1. Find me on YouTube at Autumn Phoenix. Find me on Periscope at Autumn Phoenix. Did I mention to also follow me on Twitter at Priestess Autumn? So thank you guys for your audience tonight, and I will be speaking to you guys shortly. Bye, everybody.